Have you ever been in a situation where you didn't know the answer, but somehow, you just felt it? Picture the scene. You're sitting in an exam room, the air thick with tension and the faint scratching of pens on paper. Your palms are a little sweaty, and your heart is beating just a bit faster than usual. You've studied for weeks, yet here you are staring at a multiple-choice question with two options that seem equally right. Logic has taken you as far as it can, and now you're stuck, caught in a moment of pure uncertainty. Every second that ticks by feels like a lifetime. Then, something else happens. It is not a thought, not a memory, but a feeling. A little whisper seems to rise from the depths of your mind, a quiet but clear nudge that says, "Go with B." There is no logical reason for it, no specific piece of information you can recall to justify the choice. It is just a feeling, a subtle pull towards one answer over the other. You hesitate for a moment, questioning this strange internal voice. Should you trust it? Or should you stick with the endless loop of overthinking that has led you nowhere so far? The clock is ticking, and a decision must be made. So you take a leap of faith, you circle option B. The moment you do, a small sense of relief washes over you, even though you still don't consciously know if it's the correct choice. You move on to the next question, the memory of that quiet whisper already starting to fade. It is not until later when the results are posted that you discover the truth. Option B was, in fact, the right answer. Your mind races back to that moment in the exam hall. What was that? How did you know? You didn't really not in the traditional sense, but you felt it. That experience, that quiet and often puzzling inner guidance is something many of us have encountered. We might dismiss it as a fluke, a fortunate coincidence, or a simple lucky guess. But what if it was something more profound? What if that feeling was not random at all? What if it was the voice of a powerful tool that each of us possesses, a tool that we rarely acknowledge or understand? That, my friend, was your intuition. It is a gift we all have, a hidden superpower that lies dormant within us, waiting to be recognized and harnessed. When we hear the word intuition, our minds often conjure images of something mystical, almost magical. We think of fortune tellers gazing into crystal balls or wise old sages who possess an otherworldly knowledge. It feels like a concept that belongs in the realm of the unexplainable, a force that operates beyond the boundaries of our logical, everyday thinking. This perception often leads us to mistrust our intuition, viewing it as unreliable or even imaginary. We are taught to rely on hard facts, concrete evidence, and rational analysis, while our gut feelings are dismissed as emotional, irrational, and untrustworthy distractions from the real work of problem solving. But what if I told you that intuition is not magic? What if it is, in fact, science? Modern neuroscience is beginning to peel back the layers of this fascinating human ability, revealing that intuition is a very real and tangible process happening within our own brains. It is not a supernatural gift bestowed upon a select few, but a natural cognitive function that we all possess. Your intuition is essentially your brain's remarkable ability to recognize patterns, make connections, and draw conclusions at a speed that far outpaces your conscious mind. It works silently in the background, processing vast amounts of information without you even realizing it. Think of your brain as a powerful supercomputer. Every single experience you have, every book you read, every lecture you attend, and every problem you solve is data that gets logged and stored away. It is an immense library of information. And your subconscious mind is the master librarian, constantly scanning, sorting, and connecting these disparate pieces of knowledge. It doesn't just store facts, it stores the relationships between them, creating a complex web of understanding that goes far beyond simple memorization. This process happens continuously, building an internal database of patterns and experiences that is unique to you and your journey. So when you are faced with a new problem or a difficult decision, like that exam question, and you don't consciously know the answer, your subconscious mind immediately gets to work. It rapidly scans its vast archives, searching for similar patterns or related information from your past. When it finds a match, it sends a signal to your conscious mind. This signal doesn't come in the form of a detailed explanation or a logical proof. It arrives as a feeling, a hunch, or that quiet whisper. It's your subconscious saying, "I've seen this before, this is the way." That is intuition, it's your mind's shortcut, delivering an answer faster than deliberate logic ever could. As a student, your intuition can become your secret weapon. But there is a crucial condition. Your intuition only works if you have put in the right kind of effort beforehand. Think about cramming. This approach is built on shallow memorization without real context. When you cram, you are essentially trying to create a temporary, fragile structure of knowledge. The quiet whisper of intuition is drowned out by the loud, panicked voice of a mind struggling to grasp at disconnected fragments of information. In stark contrast, a student who engages in active and consistent learning is providing their brain with the raw materials it needs to build a powerful intuitive engine. This deep understanding creates a fertile ground for intuition to flourish. Building intuition through study is like planting seeds. Imagine your mind as a garden. Immersing yourself in study plants a seed. Breaking down ideas, connecting concepts, and solving problems, plant seeds of understanding in your subconscious. Like a real garden, these seeds need care. Revisiting topics waters the seeds. Patient effort allows roots to grow. These roots are neural pathways creating a resilient knowledge network. Teaching is a powerful way to nurture these seeds. Over time, seeds grow into a forest of knowledge. Your subconscious navigates this landscape with ease. Intuition is the fruit of planting, watering, and nurturing understanding. I once knew a student, let's call her Maya, who deeply struggled with physics. She was a bright and creative individual, but the world of abstract equations and rigid formulas felt alien and intimidating to her. She would spend hours staring at her textbook, memorizing equations without ever truly grasping the principles behind them. Her test scores were consistently mediocre, and her frustration grew with each passing week. She was on the verge of giving up, convinced that she simply did not have a physics brain. She was relying on the shallow learning of cramming and memorization, and her intuition was silent because it had nothing to work with. Feeling desperate, she received some unconventional advice. Stop trying to just learn it, and start trying to teach it. Her younger brother was in middle school and was just beginning to learn about basic scientific concepts. So, Maya made a new commitment. After every single one of her physics lectures, she would sit down with her brother and try to explain the concept she had just learned in the simplest terms possible. At first it was incredibly difficult. She would stumble over her words, realizing she could not explain something as fundamental as inertia or momentum because she did not truly understand it herself. This process forced her to go back to the basics. She had to find analogies, create simple drawings, and connect these abstract physics principles to everyday examples her brother could understand. In trying to build a bridge of understanding for him, she was unknowingly building one for herself. She was no longer just memorizing formulas, she was deconstructing them, understanding their components, and seeing how they described the world around her. She was planting the seeds of understanding, one concept at a time, and nurturing them through the act of teaching. She was building the rich, interconnected mental model that her intuition needed. Months later, the day of her final exam arrived. As Maya sat in the exam hall, she felt a sense of calm she had never experienced before. When she read the complex problems, something amazing happened. She did not just see a jumble of variables and numbers that needed to be plugged into a memorized formula. Instead, she could almost see the solutions. Her mind intuitively grasped the underlying principles at play. She could visualize the forces, see the flow of energy, and sense the correct approach. She moved through the exam with a quiet confidence, her pen flowing across the page. Her intuition, once silent, was now her most powerful guide. Maya's exam success wasn't luck or magic, it was the result of her new learning strategy. By actively teaching and engaging with physics, she built deep intuitive understanding. Her brain recognized patterns instantly, answers felt right before she even started calculating. This is intuition, a skill anyone can build through effort, not a gift you're born with. In high-pressure moments, intuition cuts through anxiety, guiding you when logic falters. Shift from memorization to deep engagement and you'll forge a superpower that serves you in every challenge. To train your intuition, start with active learning. Don't just read or highlight. Summarize concepts in your own words, solve problems without peeking, and teach others. This hands-on approach forces your brain to process, connect, and truly understand. Each time you struggle and explain, you strengthen your mental web. Ask questions, challenge the material, and make it your own. Active learning is the workout that builds your intuition's foundation. It's the first step to turning intuition from a lucky guess into a reliable superpower. The next habit is consistent practice. Like building muscle, intuition grows with steady, daily effort. Not cramming. Short, regular study sessions reinforce knowledge and move it into long-term memory. Think of it like learning an instrument. Daily practice builds both skill and feel. Even 25 minutes a day is more powerful than hours of last-minute study. This routine waters the seeds of understanding, letting your intuition flourish. Consistency compounds your effort into a deep, reliable knowledge base. After active learning and practice, pause for mindful reflection. Take 5 minutes to notice what felt easy, what was hard, and how you felt. This isn't self-criticism, it's metacognition, thinking about your thinking. Reflection reveals where your intuition is strong and where you need more work. It builds self-awareness, reduces anxiety, and strengthens your connection to your inner voice. With regular reflection, your intuition becomes clearer and more trustworthy. Finally, learn to trust your intuition when it matters most. In stressful moments, pause, breathe, and listen to your first instinct. Research shows your initial hunch is often right, especially if you've prepared well. Practice trusting your gut in low-stakes situations to build confidence. Your intuition isn't random, it's the product of your hard work. By staying calm and listening, you access a deeper, faster intelligence. Trust yourself. You've earned it. Intuition's power goes far beyond exams. It's your compass for life. The habits you build now help you navigate big decisions, careers, relationships, and purpose. Logic and advice matter, but your intuition connects you to what's truly right for you. It's the quiet voice that knows your values and passions. Some choices look good on paper, but only intuition knows what aligns with your authentic self. Listen to the excitement or unease inside you. It's your guide. Trusting your inner compass leads to a life that's not just successful but deeply meaningful. Steve Jobs spoke about intuition's critical role. In his Stanford address, he inspired millions. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. This underscores a fundamental truth. Our deepest knowing often precedes understanding. Notice the key word, courage. It takes courage to trust your intuition, especially on an unconventional path. The world pushes us towards safety and conformity. Have more faith in your inner voice than the outside world. It comes from a deep, earned trust in yourself. This self-trust gives you the strength to follow its guidance. These are acts of courage fueled by intuition. Our heart and intuition guide us to who we truly are. While Steve Jobs spoke of intuition, remember that courage alone isn't enough. Your intuition isn't magic. It's a supercomputer using the data you provide. To guide you wisely, actively prepare your mind. Feed it with rich, diverse experiences. Read widely, travel and converse with people unlike you. Take on challenging internships. Reflect on these experiences. What did you learn about yourself and the world? Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Build a reliable inner guidance system. Your intuition will draw upon your curated knowledge. Its guidance will be an informed conclusion based on your understanding of yourself. Prepare your mind through learning and reflection. Follow your heart with a wise and trustworthy guide. When preparing for an exam or facing a tough decision, remember, your mind is wiser than you realize. Every lecture, every page, every problem, every conversation, none of it is ever lost. It's stored in your subconscious, waiting to be accessed. Learning cultivates trust in yourself. Earn that trust by showing up, preparing diligently, and engaging with your work. You're powering up your internal guidance system. You'll experience the magic of this partnership, that quiet, calm voice whispering from within. You know this, you've got this. It's the culmination of your efforts, your hard work, your curiosity, and your resilience. That voice is you. Trust it. Like, share, subscribe for more amazing contents.